What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from October 11th, 2019. They were in still Las Vegas, Nevada. Their commentators were Don Callis and Josh Matthews. So let's get right into the show here. So a lot's been built up for before we get to Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory, where it pertains to October 20th on a Sunday night. And all I can say is they're doing a good job building up their Bound for Glory. Despite everything that's been going on with Killer Cross and stuff that I'm not happy with Impact Wrestling right now and all that. So, but Bound for Glory, man, is one of the biggest shows of the year, next to Summerversary, and I'm looking forward to see what they got in store for this one. And I'll talk more about that when we get to matches announced for Bound for Glory. So, we get the opening match, which it was Ace Austin versus Eddie Edwards, where a winner will get the third spot to be in the Exhibition Championship ladder match, for this qualifying match. And all we need now is one more person to be in it, and I'll get to that later on when when we to the next Impact Wrestling show, which is going to be the Go Home Show edition of Impact Wrestling of Bound for Glory. But Ace Austin comes out. He's got a T-shirt that says Ace Austin 316, ripping off Stone Cold Steve Austin's Austin 316 T-shirt, and then in the back says, basically, Ace Austin 316 says, "I just banged your wife." When did that happen? Did I miss something? Was there like a video that was leaked out, something like that Ace Austin banged Alicia Edwards? But whatever. But all of a sudden he's coming down the alleyway, from the ramp. All of a sudden these two females, plants, they grab him, start screaming at him, and kissing him, and he kisses them back. Meanwhile, Alicia Edwards is not going to see any of this because she's an idiot. She's clueless. She's an idiotic married woman who doesn't see this. Eddie Edwards comes out. By the way, they were in street clothes. Well, Eddie Edwards always in street clothes. That's his thing now. But Ace Austin was in street clothes too. So I'm thinking to myself, is this a match where there's no rules? Because all of a sudden the match was going on, it was decent. Reno Scum shows up, and Reno Scum basically calls Eddie Edwards the match where Ace Austin gets to win, and he gets to advance to the exhibition ladder match 5-way for Bound for Glory. So you already got someone who like a Jay Chris who's defending the title, who automatically qualifies. Tessa Blanchard, Daga. Who's the other one? Oh yeah, that's right. It's Austin. Duh. Sorry. Actually, the other ones will be announced later on. We'll get to that later when it pertains to their match from the next Impact Wrestling show. But yeah. And Reno Scum and also Ace Austin continues to attack on Eddie Edwards and no Alicia Edwards. Whatever. We see Taya Valkyrie backstage. She's talking to Rosemary. She tells Rosemary that she has to face Havoc tonight, and she doesn't want to, and needs Rosemary's help. And Rosemary tells her that she won't help her, but she'll watch. And Taya Valkyrie is not happy and all that. And all of a sudden, Rosemary kisses Taya Valkyrie on the cheek. Like, I wish it would have been on the lips. I'm just saying, But I was thrown off there when Rosemary did that. I'm like, sexy. Next we get to the Desi Hit Squad. Rohit Raju, Raja Singh, and Muhammad Shira. And they'll be coming by the great Gama Singh. they go up against the Rascals, Trey, Dez, and Wentz. Excuse me. Match itself, it was solid. I didn't care much about the match, well, other than the Rascals. I didn't care much about the match because of the Desi Hit Squad. Basically represents to Roger Singh and Muhammad Shira. And unfortunately, Raheem Rajul is being you know overlooked and being held back by those guys. But the Desi Squad gets to win, and there's to say about that. And there was no diners, by the way. We go backstage and we see Jordan Grace. She's warming up for a match. Also, we get Katie Forbes walking in. She just came in. She basically throws the keys at Grace to say, go park my car. And then Jordan Grace is like, park your car. Like, I'm not gonna park your car. I'm gonna whip your ass. Because I was saying myself, wait a minute. Katie Forbes, she knows who Jordan Grace is, so why was she? I don't know. It was ridiculous. But she said she's gonna basically Jordan Grace. She said she's gonna kick her ass. All of a sudden, Katie Forbes shows her ass to her, and she starts twerking, which that was fine, by the way. And then Jordan Grace was disgusted of it, and she walks away, and that was it. By the way, Katie Forbes, she's the hot girlfriend of Rob Van Dam. There. We'll get to that later, by the way, which is Katie Forbes and Jordan Grace. Tyra Valkyrie being accompanied by John E. Bravo to defend her Impact and Knockouts Championship against Havoc, being accompanied by Father James Mitchell. So the match happens. It's a pretty decent, but then it ends by disqualification because John E. Bravo pulls a referee out of the ring because Jessica Havoc was going to win. Because she so basically so far twice Jessica Havoc goes up against Tyra Valkyrie and she almost beat her, but then the conclusion happens where it pertains to getting disqualified or counted out. So Johnny Bravo pushes the referee down, causing a DQ. So Tyra Valkyrie once again escapes. Gets out. She still ends up being the longest reigning, defending, undisputed Impact and Knockouts champion in Impact Wrestling history. Which referee deserve, but still, but not this way though. But anyways, so Tyra Valkyrie Jessica Havoc takes out Johnny Bravo, and then Tyra Valkyrie goes after Havoc. And also, Tina Dashwood. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Tina Dashwood was on commentary. I thought she did a good job on commentary. And then she gets in the ring. She beats up on Tyra Valkyrie because Tyra Valkyrie and Tina Dashwood is going to be facing each other at Bound for Glory. And for Knockouts Championship. So there you go. More tensions, more build up for those two for Bound for Glory. We go backstage and we see OVE. Sami Callihan does all the talking, as usual, what pertains to Brian Cage. It's his fault that Melissa Santos got in the way what pertains to the champagne bottle 2 weeks ago. And he says that he deserves to go to jail for what he did last week, what pertains to touching a fan. And he talks to Jay Chris and to Madman Fulton, what pertains to, they need to take care of Daga and Tessa Blanchard later on in the main event. We'll get to that later. And basically, no one messes with OVE because they are for Ohio, by Ohio, and they are going to take over everything. 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 Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Just saying. Anyways, it was good promo, from, even though it was from Sami Callihan, which he's a good talker, so. We go backstage and we see the North being interviewed by Lauren, and also they get cut off by Rich Swann and Willie Mack, saying that they look forward to become next tag team champions. And then also we get Rhino and RVD coming in to interrupt, pertains to interrupting Rich Swann and Willie Mack and everything. And after discussing all this, all of a sudden the North, they were not there anymore. They were gone. So it was kind of funny though. It was a fun segment to watch. Next we get Moose being accompanied by Frank Triggs. I think that's how you say it, right? Yeah. Moose being accompanied by Frank Triggs, who is a UFC Hall of Famer. He's basically training Moose to be prepared against Ken Shamrock for Bound for Glory, but also was training to face Stephen Bonnar. So we get Moose versus Bonnar. You know, Moose versus Stephen Bonnar. Match itself, it was decent. It wasn't better. It was not better than the match that they had from Impact Plus, which I believe it was on Victory Road, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the match itself was it was decent, but Stephen Bonnar was busted open from someone from the upper eye or someone from the eye. Got a nasty cut there. He ends up bleeding. All of a sudden, Moose pushes the referee to Stephen Bonnar because I guess Moose was trying to get out of the match, because he was afraid he was going to lose. And referee calls for the bell, so we get another DQ finish here. Stephen Bonnar wins. After the match, Moose beats up on Stephen Bonnar, and then Ken Shamrock comes out. His music hits, runs down. He goes to beat up on Moose. Frank Triggs try to get in there, but then Stephen Bonnar tells him you stay right there. And basically Moose taps out to Ken Shamrock's ankle lock. So more build up and tensions between these two upcoming bound for glory between Moose and Ken Shamrock to see who is truly the world's most dangerous man. Next we get to Katie Forbes, who is a wrestler, and whenever she's not wrestling, she's a stripper. Where it pertains to doing lap dancing and all that, and making that money, make it rain, make it rain. She had the money gun, shoot out money and all that, and she start doing her thing with twerking and gyrating. I love that, by the way. But so last time I talked about Katie Forbes, it didn't look like she was that good in the ring. After seeing this match, I thought she did better. So yeah, Jordynne Grace and Katie Forbes ends up having a decent match. In the end, it was Jordynne Grace getting the win with the Grace Driver. So Jordynne Grace gets the win over Katie Forbes. We go backstage and we see Katie Forbes runs into this piece of garbage, this piece of trash, and Johnny Swinger. And then she slaps Johnny Swinger in the face. By the way, I'm sorry. Not Forbes. Jordynne Grace, because Jordynne Grace came by and she slaps Swinger on Johnny Swinger, which good. Slap that piece of trash. He's fucking garbage. The Impact Plus moment of the week featured Falaba. No, actually, no, was it? I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was like an exhibition match. Where it pertains to Amazing Red, Christopher Daniels. I can't remember who else was in it too as well. But it was like an Ultimate X match basically. And I'm assuming it happened at Bound for Glory. So, but I couldn't remember really. But all of a sudden we get after that was over, we get Falaba, stretching out backstage. And all of a sudden we see TJP walking up to him. He's got donuts, and then Falaba wanted to eat donuts, but he said no, you have to continue working out. He told him to do push-ups as he sits on him. TJP sits on Falaba, and Falaba couldn't take it anymore. And then Falaba takes the donut, and then also TJP takes the donut back from him. And then he goes to do squash while TJP goes on him like he's horseback riding or whatever. And then all of a sudden, that was it. Falaba took a donut. He took one bite from it, and then TJP said, "Are you ready to face Michael Elgin next week and everything?" And then Falaba throws the donut away, and he's like, "Bah!" And there you go. It was a funny segment too, by the way. Funny segment. Funny how everything turned around where British and me now liking Falaba, and now I see the funny side of Falaba. So now we get to the main event. Jake Christ, the X Division champion, the Golden Draw himself, versus, and, oh, by the way, Madman Fulton being accompanied by Dave Christ, OVE, versus Tessa Blanchard and Daga. I should mention this too, by the way. Tessa and Daga were having a talk about what pertains to OVE, and they act like they don't know each other that much. Basically, basically what pertains to on Impact on TV, they didn't even acknowledge that they're real life couples. So, besides that, this match ends up being a pretty good main event match. In the end, it was Tessa Blanchard and Daga getting the win after Tessa Blanchard goes for the Magnum onto Jake Christ, excuse me, and gets the win. After the match, OVE beats up on Tessa Blanchard and Daga, and all of a sudden, camera pans backstage, at the parking lot, outside of the arena. A car arrives, and it's Brian Cage. I'm saying to myself, so Brian Cage comes in insanely late. Like, where was he? Where he been? I don't know. It was ridiculous. But he comes out. He goes into the building. He's like, where's Sammy? Where's Sammy? He's basically running Raw shopping backstage. Also, he gets out at ringside, to go up against OVE, and he wants to answer. He wants to know where's Sami Callihan. And finally, Sami Callihan comes out. He gets a steel chair, hits Brian Cage with it. But Brian Cage sells it and goes after Sami Callihan, chokes him, and then OVE beats him down. They handcuff him onto the ropes. They're going to give and Sami Callihan's going to finish the job to Brian Cage with a baseball bat. All of a sudden, Melissa Santos comes out to plead and beg Sami Callihan to please don't do this. Please don't do this. So Sami Callihan's like, fine, we'll leave and all that. All of a sudden, Sami Callihan goes after Melissa Santos, gets her in the Cactus Special Pile Driver, while Brian Cage was forced to watch by Madman Fulton. And Melissa Santos was knocked out. And then Don Callis on commentary say, that piece of shit. He literally said that, but it was bleeped out by the way. So, now I don't know how it came across on Twitch TV, because Twitch TV from my end was not working that well, which sucked. But I'm pretty sure the word was not bleeped out. But I'm pretty sure on Access TV it was. But anyways, so Brian Cage is he couldn't do anything about it. He's handcuffed to the ropes and everything. He's like get some help and everything. And he's trying to talk to Mr. Santos. Is she okay? Answer me and all that, right? And the show goes off the air. Excuse me. The show goes off the air. And that was it for the show. Now, I want to talk about what pertains to what's going to happen for what pertains to Bound for Glory. This could be a match for Bound for Glory. I think they call it. I'm trying to remember how they it's like a gauntlet match, but they named something that after this gauntlet match. What pertains to the participants. What pertains to I'm assuming it's gonna be knockouts in the match too, by the way. But here's the matches so far that are announced so far. Michael Elgin versus Falaba. Josh Alexander versus Rhino versus Rich Swann. The three different teams from of this tag team division, where pertains to the three-way tag team championship match for Bound for Glory. Jake Christ versus Chris Bay. The look the Kofi Kingston look like, but more better and more manlier. And the final qualifying match for the 5-way exhibition ladder match for Bound for Glory is going to be between Rohit Raju versus the Suicidal, Homicidal, Genocidal, Death-Defying Maniac, the ECW original, the Human Highlight Reel, the legendary Sabu. But yeah, as far as on this gauntlet match, it's something about what Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It was not on Access TV, by the way, folks. They're not going to Access TV yet. What pertains to their weekly Impact Wrestling shows. they're still on Pursuit channel. Sorry about that, but anyways, back. That's what I was gonna say. The match, what pertains to a gauntlet match, I forgot what was the title of the match. But basically, it's gonna be a battle royal where it pertains to for those, I guess, 20 participants in the match, because I'm assuming again knockouts are in the match too, because they said, if you win this battle royale, basically the last two, basically if whoever wins gets to be in the battle in that gauntlet match for Bound for Glory, enter as number 20. But the runner up gets to enter into that gauntlet match from Bound for Glory at number 1. So when it pertains to this battle royale, it's gonna be next week. And when it pertains to the gauntlet match from Bound for Glory, whoever wins that match will receive any Impact Wrestling Championship title shots they want. Doesn't matter if it's for the Impact World Championship, the Impact Exhibition Championship, the Impact World Tag Team Championship, which we gotta find a partner, or the Impact Knockouts Championship. Yeah. Basically, when they address that, Josh Matthews and Don Callis, when they address that, I'm assuming we're gonna have some knockouts in the match too, like a Jordan Grace, Kara Hogan, Madison Rayne. Who knows? Well, Jessica Havoc. Unfortunately, there's one person that's gonna miss out on that one. Brian, I'm saying not Brian Cage. I'm just, basically one person is gonna miss out on that one. Unfortunately, Killer Cross. Impact Wrestling, once again, fuck you. But besides that, there you go. That's basically the gist of it. In fact, let me find it right now, folks. On Wikipedia, where it pertains to the style match, the title of the match for Bound for Glory. Just give me one moment. I got to type in Bound for Glory. TNA Wrestling, Bound for Glory. Alright, here we go. Open up a new tab. Open up a new tab. Excuse me. Okay. It should say here. Oh, here we go. Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. That's for Bound for Glory. So for next week's Bound for Glory, for next week's Battle Royale match, I meant to say, we're potentially the final two. Whoever wins that Battle Royale will enter as number 20, but the runner-up will enter as number 1 for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match for Bound for Glory. And the Gauntlet match is going to be a Royal Rumble style, Royal Rumble type of match. So there you go. But back to Impact Wrestling, where it pertains to the Tomar, basically the end of the show here. Tomar Wrestling for Impact Wrestling, the show from October 11, 2019. Let me just double check the matches that were here. So far it's 4 matches here, but okay, now it's 5 because I remember there was another match I saw here. Now it's 6. And there you go. 6 matches on the card here. For this edition of Impact Wrestling. And my overall scoring for the show, I'm gonna give it. At first, we're just being part of the live reaction of the Asylum show. I give this 6 out of 10. But after seeing the entirety of the show, because I was having trouble watching it on Twitch TV, internet issues, Wi-Fi issues in a way. I'm gonna boost up now. 7 out of 10. It was a better show than the last 2 prior shows of Impact Wrestling. So, that being said, thank you all for watching. For It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. This was your Impact Wrestling review. The show from October 11th, 2019. Until next time, we're pertains to the next Impact Wrestling show, which is going to be the final Impact Wrestling show to Bound for Glory. That'll be the Go Home Show edition. Take care.